Hey guys, NJ Diz again. This is going to be another gun-oriented video, so if you're one of my Disney fans or you just have no interest in guns, click off now. This is actually going to be the second time I'm making this same video. Apparently the first time I did this video I was a little long-winded and ran about a minute and a half over time and YouTube rejected me. So this time I'm going to try to be a little clearer and to the point. Um, I made my first video, my first gun video about Brian Aiken, and got a lot of good responses from that, a lot of good emails. And as of today, as of 12/12/2010, Chris Christie said that he is looking into the matter and he's going to make a decision on whether or not to intervene before Christmas. I really hope he does. He's been a stand-up guy so far, fighting for the right things in New Jersey, not the easy things, the right things. So I really hope he comes through, and Brian really deserves nothing less than a full and unconditional pardon. It's not his fault. New Jersey has absolutely ridiculous gun laws. It's time to correct them. I hope Christie not only pardons him, but he looks into the situation of what caused this whole incident, because our gun laws really need to be revamped major. Um, anyway, I got a couple emails after that saying that people think I should make more gun videos, and I have no objection to doing that. I love guns, and so I was thinking about what to do, and somebody suggested a review of some of the guns that I have. And I didn't pick my favorite gun. My favorite gun is my Kimber here, which was my first gun, and she's my baby, and she always will be. I love the way she feels and fires, and never had any problems with her from round one to round whatever the hell I'm at now. But I decided not to review her because there was another gun that I was looking at online before I decided to buy it, and that was the Taurus Judge. And before I bought it, I was, reading up on it, researching it, going to the websites, and looking on YouTube for videos that other people made talking about it, how they liked it, if there were any problems, stuff like that. And one thing that kept popping up on a lot of videos really irritated me. So I wanted to review the Judge, give my opinion of it, and also go over that pesky little problem that people kept saying. Now, first of all, you'll notice that the Judge is a revolver, and I got the Magnum edition. Now, back when I bought it, you only had two choices. You had the Judge that had the cylinder that was capable of chambering 2.5-inch 410 shot, and then the Magnum, which I have, which is capable of chambering 3-inch 410 shot shells. Um, Now, if you go on Taurus's site, they have judges that the cylinder is fluted and it's not fluted. They have a judge with a 6-inch barrel, one with a Picatinny rail, which I find is really unnecessary for the type of gun that it is. But you have all different options now. But when I bought it, it was just the regular Judge or the Magnum. So I chose the Magnum, of course. I wanted everything to be bigger and badder and better, so I chose this. Picked it up for around $600. Could I have gotten it cheaper somewhere? Probably. Could have went somewhere else and got it for a lot more, though, too. So, got to pick and choose what you want. And just for those of you that don't know, that are starting out and may not have a grasp of everything out there, this is the 410 shot shell. This is the 3-inch, and this is the 2.5. Basically, what you're looking at, depending on what type of shot, the 2.5-inch is a triple O buck, and the 3-inch I have here is a double O buck. So the difference in size is depending on what shot size you pick, is probably going to be the difference of one pellet, one extra little bullet in it. And mine is capable of chambering the 3-inch shot shells, and all Judges are capable of chambering the 45 Colt or 45 long Colt or cowboy shot, however you prefer to say it. If you walk into any gun shop or rifle range and you say you want long Colt, they're going to know what you're talking about. Just to give you a size comparison, this is the 45 Colt that goes in the Judge, and this is the 45 automatic that goes in my Kimber, any modern 45. The bullet sizes are pretty darn close. The 45 Colt is using a 225 grain bullet, and my 45 is using a 230 grain bullet. So the bullet weights are about the same. Where the difference is in the size of the case, and I don't know how well this is showing up on camera, the size of the case, and that means that this one, the 45 Colt, has more gun power, and therefore has a little bit more of a kick when you fire it. Not too bad. It definitely, which surprised me actually when I first fired it, the 45 long Colt actually has more recoil, well, at least for me anyway, more felt recoil than the 3-inch 410 shot, which I was surprised. I'm a novice when it comes to guns and stuff like that, so I was thinking that the shot shell would have a little more recoil, and I was wrong. It was this one. The Judge. I think it is an excellent home defense gun. It's a short range gun. It is a short range gun, people. That's how it was designed. And that's one of the things that really peeved me off in these reviews that I see, is that you have people that are irritated, and sometimes they're a little pissed off that they're taking this to the range and they're standing back at 20 or 30 yards or whatever they're normally doing, and they're firing it and they're saying, well, this gun doesn't have range, and you can't, it's no good if you're standing far away from something. They say it like it was a design flaw, and it's not a design flaw. That's how the Judge was designed. It wasn't designed to be a range gun. It was designed to be a close quarters gun. The Judge, and I'll link to 2 different videos. One video I'm going to link to in the comments section underneath the video. One video shows a demonstration of the different types of ammo, shot shell, long Colt, and the difference between I think it's 00 he fires and bird shot. And the other video is like a promo video when the Judge first came out, and it was meant to be a vehicle defense gun. So you're taking this and you're aiming it either out your passenger window, which is basically, if you reached over, is arm's length, or you're firing it at somebody who's standing next to you at your window, which is what, a foot, half a foot. It was never designed to be a range gun. That's what people have to understand. When you say it doesn't have range, you're misinterpreting what it was supposed to be. You're faulting it for being something that it wasn't supposed to be. It's like if you take your shotgun off the wall, whatever you have, a Benelli, a Remington, a Winchester, if you take your shotgun off the wall and then you get pissed off because you can't hit somebody standing a quarter mile or a half mile away. Well, a shotgun's not designed to do that, and neither is the Judge designed to be a long-range gun. It's close quarters, like I said. This is perfect for, God forbid it ever happens, and I hope it never happens to anybody out there. If you need to be stalking around your home, it's compact in design, so if you're moving around corners or, peeking through doorways or something, it's not going to get hung up like maybe a shotgun would. Some people say that your best home defense gun is a shotgun or a handgun or a knife or a pistol. Or some people say don't use anything, just call the police. This I think marries the best of the handgun and the shotgun, obviously, because that's what it was supposed to do. This is not my primary home defense weapon. My primary home defense weapon is my Kimber. That is the one that is next to my bed. But the Judge would make an excellent home defense gun. If I was to load it up for home defense, I would put in 3 of the 410 shot shells and have them chambered so they fire first, and then follow them up with 2 long Colts. The theory being that you're going to fire off 3 shotgun shells that are going to spread out, and hopefully you'll be able to take down the person with those three shot shells and put him on the ground. If he still resists, if he's still fighting you, which I really hope it isn't, because I hate to see anybody get killed, then if push comes to shove, you kind of move in close and you take the 45 that's still left in the chamber, and you put him down. God forbid, I would hate to see anybody have to resort to that, but sometimes it's just a fact. Um, so like I said, great home. I think it's great for home defense. Would it make a good concealed carry gun? Absolutely not. It's very heavy. Just holding it in my hand, you can feel the weight of it. The rubber grips that Taurus puts on it are very good. You can really choke up on the gun, and it's not going to get away from you. But as a concealed carry, no, it's far too heavy and unwieldy. If you can manage the weight, and if your state allows concealed carry, New Jersey doesn't. We suck. But if your state does allow concealed carry and you can handle it, I think it would make an excellent concealed carry pistol. But the weight is definitely an issue. One thing that is unique and interesting about Taurus, about the Judge, is the locking system. Now, most guns, like my Kimber here, which my Kimber is loaded, so that's why I'm being extra careful with it. If you wanted to lock this gun, you have the option of the safety here, but the safety goes on and off very easily. You click it up, you click it down. But if you wanted to lock it, you'd put a lock through the barrel, lock it, and that would jam the action, and nothing could feed up into the barrel. Um, the Judge incorporated a unique feature. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but if you see right behind the hammer, there's what looks like a hole. It's actually like a little, I don't know, almost a hex screw. And if you put the key that comes with it, if you put it in and you turn it, what it's doing is it's actually locking the hammer. So it's locked now, and I'm pulling back as hard as I can, and no matter what you do, it will not allow you to pull the hammer back, and therefore won't allow the gun to fire. I do give them credit. It is a very innovative locking system. It's like a freebie. It's like, hey, you bought the gun and it comes with a free lock. um, it's an ingenious design, but if you buy this gun and you're using it as your primary home defense pistol, it shouldn't be locked. And if anybody needs explanation on why that is, feel free to drop me a line. If enough people don't know, I will make a video about it. But if you have, and that goes for any gun, if the gun you have as a primary home defense gun is locked, there's a problem. If you're using a gun, if you have a gun, whatever gun it is, don't care whether it's a Sig, Taurus, Kimber, Walther, I don't care what you have, what caliber. If you're using it as a home defense gun, it should not be locked. It should not be locked. My other guns in the safe that are locked in the safe, if I go on vacation, I do lock them. But my primary gun, which is my Kimber, which is next to my bed at all times, is not locked. It's loaded. I do not keep a round in the chamber. That's my personal preference. I don't frown on people who do. I don't frown on people who don't. The magazine is loaded, so if, God forbid, I need to, all I have to do is rack the slide, and I'm ready to go. No locks. No safety either. It just racks and goes. You don't lock your primary defense weapon. You don't. Seconds matter if you ever need it. I hope this was insightful. I hope it gives some people something to think about. If you're unsure, find a friend who has a Judge. Go down to your range and see if they offer one. Fire it. It is a fun, absolutely one of the funnest guns to shoot. It's not my favorite, but I think it's definitely the funnest gun to shoot, and you'll always get looks at the range. I know I always do. Everybody always sat, even through my earmuffs, I can hear people saying, "What the hell is he firing?" So it's a great gun, great home defense gun, great gun to bring to the range and have fun with. I hope this gives you something to think about. Any questions or comments, leave me a comment, make a response video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.